The state government will be asked to approve another wind farm for Queensland, and there are proposals for several more from the green energy sector. It comes as the Senate concludes public hearings in Victoria, South Australia and the ACT over the impact of the large electricity producing turbines in rural and regional areas. Senators were confronted by emotional locals who claim the turbines have caused health problems, and by energy companies who say there are no proven risks. And as Kathy McLeish reports, the debate has now moved to a small community on the Great Dividing Range.
The Coopers Gap wind farm proposal has raised more than a ripple in the tiny community around the town of Bell. The usually tranquil area has been thrust into this dispute because of its location on a windy crest of the Great Dividing Range between Dalby and Kingaroy.
We think this is the best renewable project in Queensland. This is a very substantial wind farm development for AGL, for Australia and for Queensland. It would be an $800 million to a $900 million investment for AGL.
Local grazier and horse trainer Brian Lyons has made a substantial long-term investment here too. He hopes his two sons might one day take up the reins of the family business.
We've been very lucky with the kids. They've had no injuries on the horses, but it's all about doing it smart and not having strange things that are going to frighten horses.
Brian Lyons believes that wind turbines near his fence line will do just that.
This is our boundary fence now. There'll be a turbine here just about where the boys are there with the cattle.
AGL is in the area to discuss its proposal, which could mean this community will have to accommodate up to 115 turbines, 160 metres tall. That's higher than the Sydney Harbour Bridge. If the proposal goes ahead, Brian Lyons could have around 5 turbines close to his property. He wants them set back as far away as possible.
Horses are animals of prey. They will take flight if there is something that frightens them. Something 150 metres tall with a rotor moving at about 200 kilometres an hour, they've got to travel a long way to get away from that. And if that happens to be around these ridge tops where these turbines are going to be, close to the edge of a steep area, that's what I'm concerned about, that these kids, they're going to be placed at unacceptable risk.
After researching the issues that wind farms have caused in other states, neighbours here say there are many more issues to be considered. They've heard reports about noise, fires, decreased property values and possible adverse health effects.
For wind turbines to protect...
Last month in Parliament, local member Dorothy Pratt tabled affidavits from people living around an AGL project in South Australia, all detailing adverse impacts. AGL says it is determined to reassure and work with the community near Bell.
We certainly like to understand their concerns. What we have here today is that there is a lot of information around the health impacts of wind farms, or lack of health impacts that there are. There are no studies now that indicate that there are health impacts from wind farms, and we do have lots of independent